Making game in 30 seconds sounds impossible, and I proved it's not. And I'm not talking about importing assets or this. I mean real proper game. What you're about to see will break every game dev rule you know, and here's how I did it. At first I fired up Unity, set a timer and went fully in, but in 30 seconds, all I got was a red sphere and 2 cubes. I quickly realized that even with many hours in Counter-Strike, my reaction time is too slow to make it work. But what if I could hack the process? What if my computer could do what I couldn't? So I whipped up a Python script to control my mouse and keyboard. For example, do you see these 2 lines? They tell the computer move the mouse to this position on my screen in 0.01 seconds, then click. Simple. But for this challenge, it might be game-changing. But here comes the question. Will the bot actually be faster than me? Time for the ultimate test. So I went first. Capsule, sphere, another sphere, 10 seconds. Now the computer. I coded a sequence and same masterpiece in 3.7 seconds. 3 times faster. At this pace, I might actually make a game that blows your mind. All I need is a simple gameplay, so I went with a ball. Because, you know, as they say, playing with balls is pretty fun. Mia Ronaldo. Then I made a new material and set it to bright red. Little did I know that this tiny red piece of shit was about to become my biggest coding nightmare. Because coloring an object in Unity is supposed to be that simple. Just drag the material onto the object in hierarchy. Boom. Easy. Takes 2 seconds. But when I tried to make my Python bot do it, nothing happened. The bot just tried to drag the material without clicking on it first. It's stupid, almost like me. And I was this close to giving up. 20 minutes wasted on what should have been a 2-second drag and drop. And then salvation. Turns out all I needed was 1 extra line of code. Mouse down before dragging. Suddenly it worked. The bot finally pressed down the button, dragged the material and boom, red ball achieved. Nice. For some reason the Python automation's drag to method just skips the click. Why? Good question. Now I felt pretty much like the automation wizard, but can my bot handle something actually challenging? Next step seemed pretty straightforward. I told the bot to create a physics material, crank the bounciness up to 1 and drag it onto the ball to make it bouncy. But when I hit run, nothing. The ball just sat there like a dead fish. Turns out you can't have bounciness without actual physics and walls to bounce off of. Rookie mistake. So I added a rigid body to the ball to make it affected by gravity and physics, then threw some walls around it. Now time to see how long this whole sequence would take the bot to execute. I hit run and watched the bot work its magic. I'm pretty sure nothing's gonna go wrong. The results absolutely destroyed my entire game plan. The bot had burned through almost half of our total time just recreating something which is still far from playable game. Now here's the problem. I originally wanted to let the bot write some actual code, but opening Visual Studio alone takes multiple seconds, saving files takes even more seconds, and I simply cannot afford this kind of time loss in this challenge. So now I have to make the rest of the game in 17 seconds without coding, but don't worry, I'm sure everything's gonna be just fine.
ほう向かってくるのか逃げずにこのディオに近づいてくるのか近づかなきゃてめえをぶちのめせないんでなほうほう
I realized I couldn't control the game with the keyboard because that would require coding and more wasted time. Instead, I needed another approach. I could use my mouse and built-in Unity buttons, just a few clicks and no code required. As you can see, Unity's button component has this on-click field, and as the name says, I can make button do something when I click it. But here's the catch. If I want button to do something specific, I need to write a method that describes what it has to do, which leads us to coding, back at square one. So I was stuck in a vicious circle, unless I could find a built-in Unity method that did exactly what I wanted. So I scrolled through every available option, desperately hunting for a loophole, and then bingo! Set active. So now, having this set active option in mind, I have to come up with a simple mechanic that A, makes this project a complete game, and B, doesn't make bot run out of 17 seconds left. But I think I have an idea. I can add some cubes in the bottom of the screen and make them appear or disappear to kind of resemble the gameplay of that pinball games. I also quickly ditched that ugly default skybox to make things less depressing, then coded up the final sequence for my bot to finish the project, and now for the moment of truth. Could the bot finish the game in under 30 seconds? And it worked! 27 seconds on the clock, the bot actually pulled it off. Obviously, the game is super simple, but honestly, making any game in 30 seconds is just wild. And the bot made it both easier and weirder than I expected. If you like this kind of chaotic game dev challenge, you'll love my video where I try to make a horror game in just 2 weeks. Hit it up here and I'll see you there.